Marcus Rivera, a hard-working mechanic in a quiet Arizona town, never expected that restoring a mysterious vintage Mustang would thrust him into the center of a classified operation. What started as a simple repair job would soon reveal connections to covert intelligence networks that operate in the shadows of everyday America. Before we dive into this incredible journey, let us know in the comments which part surprises you the most. Your engagement helps us share more captivating stories like this one. The unexpected arrival. Marcus had been running Desert Sun Auto Repair for nearly 2 decades, watching the sun rise over the same cracked asphalt every morning. The shop wasn't much to look at: weathered walls, outdated equipment, and a faded sign that had seen better days. But Marcus took pride in his work, even when the bills seemed to multiply faster than his customers. The Mustang arrived on a Tuesday afternoon, towed in by a driver who barely spoke. All Marcus found was a handwritten note tucked under the windshield. "Make it run like new. Payment guaranteed. Agent Phoenix." The signature was barely legible, but the promise of good money was enough to get him started. What Marcus didn't know was that this wasn't just any classic Mustang. It was a mobile command center disguised as automotive nostalgia. Days turned into weeks as Marcus meticulously restored every component. The engine work was standard, but he noticed unusual modifications: reinforced panels, additional wiring harnesses that led nowhere obvious, and electronics that seemed far too sophisticated for a car from the 1970s. Still, he figured some previous owner had been an electronics enthusiast. The breakthrough came on a Friday evening when Marcus finally heard the engine purr to life. The sound was perfect, deep, powerful, exactly what a classic muscle car should sound like. But as he stood there admiring his work, 3 sharp knocks echoed through the garage. The men in suits, 2 federal agents, stood at his door, their credentials gleaming under the harsh garage lights. Agent Thompson and Agent Martinez introduced themselves with the kind of authority that made Marcus's palms sweat. Their questions were specific. Had he found anything unusual during the restoration? Had anyone else shown interest in the vehicle? What did he know about the person who brought it in? Marcus answered honestly, but with each question, the weight of the situation became clearer. This wasn't just a car. It was something far more significant. The agents explained that the Camaro contained classified technology, disguised within its classic frame. Every wire Marcus had connected, every system he had restored, had unknowingly maintained critical intelligence equipment. The stunning revelation: Marcus had been working on a vehicle belonging to Agent Phoenix, one of the government's most elite undercover operatives. That night, Marcus lay awake processing everything. The mysterious note, the advanced electronics, the federal visit. It all pointed to one conclusion: his quiet life had just intersected with a world of secrets he never knew existed. The call to action the next morning brought a phone call that would change everything. Commander Sarah Walsh from the Intelligence Division's voice was calm but urgent. "Marcus, we need your expertise. The situation is more complex than we initially explained." At the federal facility, Marcus found himself in a briefing room surrounded by monitors displaying technical schematics of the Mustang. The vehicle, he learned, served as Agent Phoenix's mobile headquarters during sensitive operations. It contained communication arrays, surveillance equipment, and data storage systems, all integrated seamlessly into what appeared to be a restored classic car. The problem: Agent Phoenix had vanished during a critical mission, and hostile forces were actively searching for the vehicle. Marcus's restoration work had ensured the systems remained operational, but now those same systems made him a target. Commander Walsh's words sent chills down Marcus's spine. "You're no longer just a mechanic, Marcus. You're now a guardian of national security secrets." Allies in the shadows. Marcus drove the Mustang away from the facility with his mind racing. Every reflection in the mirrors could be surveillance. Every turn could lead to danger. The note directing him to meet at an abandoned factory came that evening, midnight. "Come alone. Trust carefully. In the factory's shadows, Marcus met Dr. Elena Vasquez, a former intelligence analyst who had been tracking the missing agent before the official investigation began. Her knowledge of the situation was both reassuring and terrifying. Elena revealed the deeper conspiracy. Certain individuals within the intelligence community had been compromised. The technology in the Camaro could expose their activities, making both the car and Marcus valuable targets. They needed to act quickly before the wrong people gained access to Agent Phoenix's intelligence network. The shocking truth Elena shared: Agent Phoenix hadn't vanished. He had gone into deep cover after discovering the betrayal within his own organization. As they spoke, Elena handed Marcus a secure communication device. "You're not alone in this mission," she assured him. "But from now on, trust must be earned, not given." The chase begins, living with the knowledge that enemies could be watching from any corner. Marcus returned to his garage to find everything had changed. The Camaro no longer represented simple automotive restoration. It was now a symbol of resistance against corruption. The encrypted message arrived during his lunch break. "Marina District, Pier 7, midnight. Critical intel awaits." Despite every instinct warning him about the danger, Marcus knew he couldn't ignore this summons. At the pier, Director James Harrison emerged from the darkness, a legendary figure in intelligence circles whose reputation preceded him. Harrison's briefing painted an even more complex picture. The Camaro's systems had recorded evidence of the conspiracy, but accessing that data required specific knowledge that only Agent Phoenix possessed. Harrison's revelation hit like lightning. The people hunting this car aren't just after technology. They're trying to eliminate evidence of their crimes. The sound of approaching vehicles cut their meeting short. Marcus and Harrison had been discovered, and their pursuers were closing in fast. The final alliance racing through the night streets, Marcus pushed the Camaro to its limits while Harrison coordinated their escape route. They reached a secure location just as dawn broke over the horizon, but Marcus knew this was only a temporary reprieve. In the safe house, a familiar face waited, his childhood friend Rachel Chen, whose unexpected presence brought both comfort and suspicion. Rachel's explanation shattered Marcus's assumptions. She had been working in intelligence for years, monitoring the situation from within. Rachel's bombshell disclosure: "Agent Phoenix is my partner, Marcus. The note that brought the car to you, that was our contingency plan." She revealed that Agent Phoenix had anticipated the betrayal and chosen Marcus specifically because of his reputation for discretion and skill. Every repair Marcus had made was part of a larger strategy to preserve critical evidence while keeping it hidden in plain sight. The encrypted drive Rachel provided contained everything needed to expose the conspiracy, but using it would paint targets on all their backs. The truth revealed in the quiet moments before their final mission, Marcus studied the evidence on the drive. Financial records, communication intercepts, and operational details painted a picture of corruption that reached into the highest levels of government. The Camaro had been more than Agent Phoenix's mobile office. It was a vault preserving proof of activities that threatened national security. The most shocking revelation: the conspiracy involved selling classified technology to foreign interests, with the Camaro serving as the key evidence that could stop them. As Marcus prepared to upload the evidence to secure government servers, the sound of approaching helicopters filled the air. Their location had been compromised, and the final confrontation was beginning. The escape that followed tested every skill Marcus had developed over his lifetime. The Camaro's hidden capabilities, armor plating, enhanced communications, and emergency systems revealed themselves as he and Rachel fought to reach safety while protecting the evidence that could change everything. Resolution and new beginnings. The evidence upload succeeded just as federal reinforcements arrived. Within hours, arrest warrants were issued for the compromised officials, and Agent Phoenix emerged from deep cover to coordinate the final phase of the operation. Marcus stood in his garage days later, watching as the Camaro was prepared for return to active service. The experience had transformed him from a small-town mechanic into someone who understood the hidden battles fought to protect everyday freedoms. Agent Phoenix's final words to Marcus carried profound meaning. "You prove that ordinary people can accomplish extraordinary things when they stand up for what's right." The official recognition came quietly. A commendation that would never be public, a story that could never be fully told. But Marcus knew that his work had made a difference, that his skills had helped protect something larger than himself. The continuing mission months later, Marcus continued running Desert Sun Auto Repair, but with a new understanding of how individual actions could impact the broader world. The shop looked the same from the outside, but Marcus knew that appearances could be deceiving. The encrypted communication device remained hidden in his toolbox, a reminder that heroes often emerge from the most unexpected places, and that the fight to protect truth and justice never truly ends. The final twist. A new vintage car arrived the following spring, accompanied by another mysterious note, suggesting that Marcus's involvement in protecting national security was far from over. This story demonstrates how ordinary individuals can find themselves at the center of extraordinary events, proving that courage and determination can emerge from the most unlikely circumstances. What would you do if faced with Marcus's choices? If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and become a part of our Everyday Life Stories community. Where are you watching from? Drop a comment below. We love hearing from our amazing viewers around the world.